Hi, welcome to the My Reader Minutes. If you're new here, welcome. To all my new subscribers, thank you for joining me on my journey. Y'all, if y'all have been paying attention to the YouTube streets, shoot, just the news, period. Y'all know that Sean, Puffy Combs, Diddy, P Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love is behind bars tonight, y'all. He is behind bars. And the thing of it is, it didn't have to be that way, but with a person that has that type of arrogance, you kind of dig your own ditch, you know what I mean, and fall in it yourself. Let's start from the beginning. His lawyers, for what I've been told, what I've heard, what I've read, kind of already made arrangements for him to go to New York, turn himself in, right? Whatever the bail would have been, they would have paid it. And he would have been either back at the hotel tonight or back in Miami or wherever, right? No, didn't go down that way at all. He had been up there, I think they say, for a couple of weeks. And I'm assuming he was doing his regular routine, which is just he's a party boy. He's a partier. And the thing of it is, he was going up there so he could turn himself in today, Tuesday. However, something transpired and the feds went in early, raided his hotel where he was, confiscated some things, I think some illegal substances, and there it is. Like you gave them something to hold over your head. Why don't you just stand out the door and go like this? Nanny, nanny, nanny. Why don't you just do that? Huh? Like you gave them something. Not that he don't deserve to be where he is, because I feel like deep down, based on what has been in the news, how he's treated people and all of the allegations, if most of them are true, this is a long time coming. Like this is overdue. You know what I mean? I mean, just ask a few people. Ask Shine what he think. Ask Miss Wallace, Biggie's mom, what she thinks. Ask Cassie, I'm sorry, what she thinks. You can't ask Kim, but I'm sure she would have her 2 cents too. You know what I mean? Ask the lady in the club that got shot in the face. Ask her what she thinks. And I'm sure there's a whole slew of other people. If you ask them, people that he has terrorized, they would say this is long overdue and he's where he's supposed to be. How do you get to a level of billionaire status and still act like your mindset is ghetto? Is it me? They showed pictures of weapons that he had, or not him, but had the serial number filed off. Ghetto. You can't, if you're going to collect weaponry, why can't it be legal? You got enough money to make anything legal, to have the right certificates and whatever you need, documentation to own that type of stuff. Why do you feel like you need to be a thug? Billionaire status. I'm not understanding the mindset. Now, regardless of what is in this bank account, the mindset is still ghetto. And what they didn't have to share with us, because I felt like within the context of what he's being charged with. Y'all didn't have to tell us that y'all recovered over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. That was disgusting. That's just plain disgusting. I'm sorry. In the context of what he's being charged for, that's disgusting. Baby oil and lube isn't disgusting, but the context of what he's being charged with and the amount that they recovered, like they had to tell us it was over 1,000 bottles. Who sat there and counted that for real? 1,000 bottles of that crap? Get out of here. What is wrong with that person? Was he really that strung out to be in that place? And I guess you can. I guess you can. You know how what in the words of Rick James, it's a terrible thing. He didn't say that, but you know what he said. And then he had the pink stuff. 2C? Is that what they call it? 2C? And that's what we got caught with Monday. I think it was the pink stuff. So, granted, you were over here waving, taking pictures with fans and kissing babies. Whoever you had copping for you, they were watching them too. Just saying. Because I know he didn't do it, but they were watching everybody that you were with. You just said, here, just, I'm going to go. That's what you told them. Basically, that's what you were saying. No, you walking around New York, arrogant as hell, even though you was trying to look humble, but you ain't, you weren't trying to look humble. But I guarantee you tonight, behind bars, this will humble him. I guarantee it. Now, I've never been behind bars. Knock on wood, don't want to be. I have visited people behind bars, and I don't even like being on the other side. So I know I wouldn't want to be on the other, on the inside. It's dreary, it's cold, it doesn't look not comfy, cozy, and I guess it's not supposed to be. But billionaire status, he's used to, I'm sure, a million thread count. He ain't getting that. He getting a hard cot and a mattress this thin, a roll of toilet paper. I'm just I watch too many movies. I don't know what they give you, but all I know, the luxury and comforts of home and Four Seasons and the Ritz, the Carlton, that's out the window at least for a good while until they finish their investigation, and they might drag this thing out because they say they're not done. I can't say that I didn't see this coming. I was thinking it would have been sooner, but they make sure that stuff is airtight before they go after you. And mind you, if they're coming after you, they got something. And I feel like I know he thinks he's going to get something, but why you just gave them something else? You already had enough charges. And I want to say it's 3 counts, right? Ex trafficking, um, I don't know, prostitute, and some other stuff. But yeah, this is a long time coming. And I don't feel sorry for him. People I feel sorry for is really the kids. I really do. I feel sorry for even his son, Christian, because he's lost. I'm sure after his mom passed away, that guidance, that motherly guidance was gone. So all he had was his dad, really. And he emulates him. And he's got his own issues coming up, right? I feel sorry for him because he's lost. The twins, I don't know what state of mind they're in, but hopefully, I think Quincy is the only one that's really got, maybe Justin too, I don't know. But I think Quincy is the one that may be having the most rational mindset. And hopefully, he can take care of his sisters for the most part or help guide them because their father ain't gonna be around for a minute. Now, I didn't have him being a flight risk. I went darker because I don't see any way out of this for him except for one way. And I that came in my mind, and I don't like to think that way, but I feel like that's where I think it's gonna go. Not that I want that, because I don't wish that on anybody. But I feel like there's no way out of this. I don't feel like he can do a whole amount of years behind bars. I don't think he ain't made up like that. Even though he plays a part, he plays a gangster on TV. That ain't him. I don't believe it's him. His money made him look like, oh yeah, I got this, I got this, I got this. And then he had flunkies that kind of like carried on the persona. But behind bars, I bet you he is not the same dude. Well, he ain't the same dude tonight anyway, because like I said, that humbled him. When that judge said no, mm-mm, I'm concerned about your illegal substance abuse and you have anger issues. No, mm-mm, nope. And maybe he needs to get help. Not that that justifies all that other mess that he was doing. It probably played a part. He deserves to be punished for whatever that they say they see fit. But I do think there's some type of mental therapy that needs to happen here because he's crazy and he's sick. The FOs are sick. Who sits there and thinks about being a PORN director? Because that's basically what he was. If that's what you wanted to do, there's way to do. He could have got into that industry the right way. You know what I mean? There is a $1 billion business in that, but people aren't made to do it or coerced to do it or slipped stuff so they're not in their right mind to do it. That's when it becomes criminal. They got plenty of people that will do it just to be in a production with him. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this conversation because I didn't mean to go all the way over here, over to the left. But I feel like it's more to come. As you all know, they said the investigation is not over. Um, the only way he can get out of this is to give them a bigger fish. And before they allow that to happen, I don't want the same thing to happen to him as they did to Epstein. Just saying. The only way he can get out of it is to give him a bigger fish. But he didn't, in my opinion, he didn't piss somebody off above him. I don't know who it is, if anybody, but I feel like that's what's happened because they have brought him down. They have indeed brought him down. Doesn't make any sense. He tried to sell his plane. He gave up his passports of his kids, his mom, his baby mom. They don't need that. We got what we wanted. You. We got what we wanted. You. They didn't even want his $50 million bond. Keep that. You're gonna need it for your legal fees. We already got what we want. You're gonna sit there until we finish this investigation. And who knows when that'll be. Might be this time next year. But he'll have plenty of time to think about all the people that he's terrorized. They need to call his case Decades of Terror. Seems fit. Seems fitting. Decades of terror. They say he's been on wreaking havoc since the 90s. The 90s, really? And you ain't slowed up? And all you felt like you'd do is throw money at something and it'd be done. That's what you thought you was going to do today with that $50 million bond. It ain't work. You threw money at Sean. Hmm. You didn't pay Cassie off. At least you thought that was the end of it until it opened the door for everybody else to come through. Then you said, oh no, I'm not paying everybody. But you messed up. What you should have did was give Cassie what she asked for the first time and sent her on her way, and nothing would have came public. We would have never known. I mean, we would have known because there's still rumblings in the street. But that's all it would have been was rumblings in the street. That's all it would have been. But I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. How you feel about this situation? Is it long overdue? In my opinion, it is. Is he where he's supposed to be? I think so. At least for a little while. Give him time to think. He might need a couple years or 10. I don't have him getting life. Unless they can put a merc on him, he's not going to get life. He's going to get something for those weapons, though. And maybe for that illegal substance. And this isn't his first time. This isn't his first rodeo. So, because he was in that whole ordeal with the lady getting shot in the face at the club years ago when he was dating Jennifer Lopez. So, he like his record is clean. Now, he might have expunged that, but I don't know. But this ain't his first rodeo as far as being detained and things like that. So, granted, he wasn't detained probably the last time for any length of time. I'm sure he wasn't. This time, he gonna feel it. It's unfortunate. Some people gotta learn the hard way. God gave him a pass the first time. He didn't take him up on it. So, God said, you gotta learn, boo. He didn't say those words, but he said, you must learn. You must learn, and you will learn today. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's late. I've been I watched not the verdict, but the hearing. I didn't watch the hearing. I think I was watching somebody on Twitter and they were giving us the play by play what was going on in the courtroom. It's sad. It's really sad. Because I feel like he can. It's just sad all the way around. I think especially for his kids. I mean, my heart goes out to them, all of them. Even though some of them are lost, my heart goes out to the kids and his mom, I guess, to a degree. But I feel like she's the reason why Diddy is who he is. Can't blame her for 100%, but maybe 75, 75%. But anyhow, I digress. Y'all, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Leave something in the comments. Let me know what you think. How y'all think this is gonna play out? How long do you think he's gonna have to sit in there before they finish that investigation? He got till next year. I'm calling June, and that's the earliest. If it ain't a year from now, but maybe June. Let's talk about it. Leave your comments down below. Everyone be blessed.